Tamara Patience, and I am joined by Mr. Henry Nyamwea. Remember, on us, Siasa is all about your opinion, your take on things. We want to know what is happening out here. How well do you know your country? How well do you know the systems of governance? And also, once again, purely your opinion on how things are being run out here. So be sure to hit the comment section, of course, with your opinions as well as answers to the questions that we might ask here, as well as suggestions to what more you would like to consume. Karibu sana. Yes. So, of course, we're keeping it short and sweet. And today on Ask Siasa, we're going to be looking at three different issues that are happening. Now, of course, we are well aware that King Charles III and his wife, Queen Camilla, are in Kenya for a 4-day state visit. And last evening, there was a banquet at State House. Something that Kenyans have asked or have raised several questions, as well as made a lot of memes out of what happened in there. Now, we have three questions that we are asking ourselves. Number one, where was Rigathi Gachagua and why was he late for this particular event? Number two, we saw the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, which came as a shock, attend this particular banquet at State House. So, who invited Raila Odinga and what was Raila Odinga's significance in that particular event? What is your take on that?
Sometimes I always say, be very careful with what comes out of your mouth.
No.
Actually, why do I say so? You can remember very, very well what normally Gachagua speaks about Raila. That he's always very careful, watching very carefully, and he will not allow Raila to see the entrance of State House. I think you are also aware about what he has been saying about Raila. And even asked last time a question about whether Gachagua, between Gachagua and the Mudavadi, who should Gachagua be careful of? Because maybe Raila is not going to fight for presidency. You see? Now, surprisingly, Raila yesterday made his way to State House. And he was invited with none than the president. Because even if the king wanted Raila to attend the meeting, but he must have been invited with the president, William Samuel Ruto. Now, Kenyans are asking, where was Gachagua?
No.
The one who was following that Raila will never see even the entrance of State House with his own eyes. What we saw yesterday is Raila in State House, shaking hands with Ruto, shaking hands with the king and other leaders. Where was Gachagua? Was it that Gachagua was sent for for a different mission so that he may not attend the yesterday's celebration? Was it? Could it be the reason? Because, when you are a leader, a public leader, a national leader, a deputy president for the republic, you must be very careful. Be very careful before you talk. Be very careful before you move. Before you move, before you do anything, before you speak. Be very careful for what comes out of your mouth. Because remember, in future or baadaye, what you are speaking may come out hunting you. Yeah.
But on the other side, could it be just a coincidence that the deputy president was actually out of the country to represent the country in different government issues? Because we saw earlier on he had traveled to Belgium, right? And where he was representing, of course, on official duty,
Yeah.
Couldn't it be just a coincidence that he was not present? And also, I had asked you earlier on, yes, we saw Raila Odinga there, present in the banquet, of course, engaging with some leaders who are UDA leaders, and what could be the significance of him being invited to State House, or what are we bringing out of it? Because, we've had the talk from time to time that, or insinuations that the two, that is the President William Ruto as well as Raila Odinga, have been having private meetups to try and probably
bring the country together.
Yes, bring the country together, as well as put an end or find a solution to the disputes that are currently there.
Yeah. Tamara, they say that politics is a dirty game.
No.
For truly yesterday, by yesterday I realized that politics is a dirty game. Never sleep angry because of politics.
No.
Never fight anybody. Never hate anybody because of politics. Those people might come together one day and fight from one side of the political divide. So what we saw yesterday is a clear indication that sometimes, as I say, we need to be very careful in whatever we do. Okay, it is clearly that the president invited Raila.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the king wanted Raila to be invited, but the invitation must have passed through the president of the republic. And, those people, the Wasungus, are not like Africans. No. They don't behave like Africans. What we have is the hatred of the highest order. We take politics seriously as if ni maisha. Are you seeing?
Mm-hmm.
So, it is a ceremony that each and every leader in this country, those leaders who mother politics of the country of the day, were supposed to be invited, or could have been invited into State House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, most definitely, I'm sure the Deputy President is actually going to address the current rumors that are going down there as to why he was not present.
Again, sorry, there's something I've forgotten.
Uh-huh.
According to the upcoming events, to the government's upcoming events, a program, obviously they have a program concerning the events, concerning any program in the country.
Mm-hmm.
It is not something that came by surprise. They knew, even before Gachagua went where he is.
Mm-hmm.
France or Germany?
Germany.
He's in Germany right now.
No, he actually came back.
He has come back?
Yes.
I don't know whether he's back.
Mm-hmm.
But what I saw yesterday is Mudavadi going around accompanying the king, inspecting various projects. And, those projects, many of them are initiated by the British government.
No.
Yeah. And remember, it is the British government that is financing education in Kenya.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The largest is there is the British government. So what I saw yesterday, I never saw Gachagua. I think sikuona Gachagua yesterday. I saw Mudavadi and other leaders, even the governor of Nairobi. Finally, it ended up to the president. Mm-hmm. Again, in the night celebrations, we saw Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga accompanying the king with the president. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have this short clip for you before we come back and see what is happening in Kisii, as well as the InfoTrack survey that came out ranking some of the governors in Kenya as the best performing governors.
Including Arati.
We are coming back to that.
Your Majesty, King Charles III, Your Majesty, Queen Camilla, distinguished guests, I am delighted to have this opportunity once more to convey to you what an honor it is to receive and host you in Kenya as you make your 5th visit and the first since your coronation. It is our hope that through our world-renowned hospitality and the Kenyan people's spirit of enterprise and innovation, as well as the land's scenic beauty and tourist charm, our country will live up to its reputation as magical Kenya and exceed your expectations. In due course, you will have occasion to tour many areas of great personal significance for you and your family, and many others of equal historic significance and importance for both our countries. You will witness the immense accomplishments made by Kenya and the United Kingdom during 6 decades of strong, dynamic, and fruitful bilateral relations, as well as exemplary events which took place over 7 decades ago. We note with deep admiration your commitment to the conservation of biodiversity and climate action, the youth, and innovation. We know you intend to continue on your visionary path of progressive and futuristic leadership in restoring the vitality of our planet and promoting shared prosperity in the Commonwealth and beyond. A good example is the Mau Forest Complex, a water tower forming the catchment area for the Mara River that supports the world-famous Masai Mara ecosystem and which was admitted to the Queen's Commonwealth Canopy Program in 2020. We also note with appreciation your expression of willingness to acknowledge the painful aspects of our shared history, your exemplary courage and readiness to shed light on uncomfortable truths that reside in the darker regions of our shared experience are also very commendable. This is a highly encouraging first step under your leadership to deliver progress beyond tentative and equivocal half measures of past years. We are therefore confident.
Yes, now, of course, we also had the president talk about the aspect of the shared history between Kenya and Britain. Of course, we all know what happened during, we are a British colony, you know, or a British colony. And British colony, British protectorate, right? Yes. And we have seen the King, for example, coming forward to sort of acknowledge what happened and state that it's actually something that was not good.
He gave an apology.
And giving an apology, you know. And it's something that Kenyans, even as soon as they found out that the king will be coming to Kenya, had raised issues regarding an apology from the British government in regards to what happened during the colonial period. Now, does it really make any significant impact to Kenyans per se? Or is what the British government is contributing to Kenya an indirect apology to what happened during the colonial period?
To me, what happened at that time has no impact, has no big impact to where we are today. Actually, what we need to do is to copy, just move from where we suffered. We don't need to wind back or think of what happened, how people, the pain they went through, how they suffered. But what we need to do, we have to copy that example to unite our own country, to work together as brothers and sisters.
No.
To remember is a true reflection from where and what happened at that time. So we use it as an example to unite ourselves, to work for ourselves, to be ourselves, and to be Kenyans who have joined together.
100%. And of course, there is when you look or when you read or when you see the analysis of why Africa as a continent, sorry, why Africa as a continent is poor. There are those analysts who give one of the reasons is that because African countries dwell so much or still blame the colonizers when it's been uh, decades and decades past the colonial period. Of course, we cannot erase history, you know.
Yeah.
But
we don't need to dwell. We don't need to dwell on that history. We need to forget the past and build the future.
And move on.
Build our country. And in fact, this is why we are still hating each other.
No.
This is still why we are creating clanism within ourselves. You see? Now we need to move on and forget what happened at that time. Yeah. It was painful, of course. But even those ones who suffered are not alive today.
No.
Yeah. Who can come and tell us today? We are not against the history. Let it be there, but it's to engage the truth sana. Yeah. Yeah.
And most definitely, as I said earlier on, when we talk about the royal visit to Kenya, of course, we are expecting or we're looking forward to Gachagua's response as to why he was not present at State House and why he was not present, of course, to welcome the king as well as the queen, you know, and also why Raila Amolo Odinga made his way to State House, of course, as the memes are saying.
Yeah.
Now, moving on, still on Ask Siasa, we have, if you look at the first page of today's newspaper, the Daily Nation.
Daily Nation and Taifa.
And,
yeah.
As well as a Standard, we have seen a ranking of the best governors' performance ranking.
Yes.
You know, and the story is on page 12. And on the best performing governors, we have George Natembeya, who is the governor of Trans Nzoia. We have Gladys Wanga, Homa Bay. We have Simon Kachapin from West Pokot. We also have Simba Arati from Kisii. We have Muranga's Irungu Kangata. We have Jeremiah Lomurkai, that is from Turkana. We have Mutula Kilonzo from Makueni, Wesley Rotich from East Marakwet, as well as Kawira Mwangaza from Meru and Julius Malombe from Kitui.
Yes.
Now, two of the governors on this particular rank as the best performance governors or best performing governors are governors who have been trending for the past 2 weeks. Recently, we had the likes of Simba Arati. Of course, we know what is currently happening between Simba Arati in Kisii County when his offices were raided.
Kawira Mwangaza from last week,
yes,
up to date.
Up to date, of course, we know what is happening, her impeachment and all that. Now, first of all, with the ranking of governors, we'd love to know what criteria actually or what qualifies a governor as the best performing governor in his or her particular county, according to you.
You know, this is not historical and it's not even political.
No.
It is through what exactly the governor has done on the ground. They can, okay, this came through InfraTrack.
No.
And there are so many civil society organizations who can take out similar survey. You see? So even from the look of things, even from, you know, it's people who give opinion. After people giving opinion, then they go to the ground to see exactly what is happening or whether what they are doing is true or false. Are you seeing, my sister? So this is not something to guess or to support because you love or you are in the other political, depending on other political affiliation or what. It is exactly what is happening on the ground. So the opinion given here is exactly what's on the ground. You can see Arad is the fourth one of the best performing. Even last opinion polls, the last opinion polls,
No.
Alat also ranked. He was number 8. He has moved to number 4. He's coming, he's heading. Natembea is from Azimio also. And this is not guesswork, my sister. This is truly what is happening on the ground and what people are seeing. And they are the same governors, as you have said. You see now, Kagwera Mwangasa is appearing among the best performing governors. It is ridiculous. Yeah?
Why
It's as if we are targeting governors who their performance is best on the ground. Who, the governors who are working for the people, who chose them, who elected them.
No.
Yeah.
And as per what we can see, of course, from the information that InfoTrack has given, or the survey that InfoTrack has given, comparing now, let's put Kawira Mwangaza on the table. We know what is currently happening. Of course, we know we are going to know his fate or her fate pretty soon, because she has been impeached by the county assembly, and right now her fate is yet to be decided by the Senate. And when it comes to the Senate, some of the allegations that are being given against Kawira Mwangaza are allegations that are leaning towards the side of she is a terrible governor. She doesn't listen. She's bully. She underperforms and all that.
She employs people who are close to him without following public service.
Yes, 100%. Those are some of the allegations that are there, and of course, they are major allegations. Those are not like just simple allegations. And now we are seeing this survey come out at a time where vitu zinaumana huku, and you're seeing Kawira Mwangaza moving from number 38 previously to now number 8. That is top
number
10.
8. That's
Could this information possibly aid in Kawira's retention, for example, in Meru County?
You see, you are not what we normally say. What they say, you are what before with what is happening actually, with what people are saying on the ground. Meru, the people who are on the ground, the grassroots, Meru, it seems as if they are supporting Kawira Mwangaza overwhelmingly. And these are a few people, you cannot be supported 100%.
No.
But it is surprising that the same governor, who now they don't want, she's one of the best performing governor.
No.
Meaning, apart from what the allegations they are accusing her for, what she's doing on the ground is actually for the people. Yeah.
Satisfactory.
Yeah, satisfactory. And even the people are pleased. That's why you saw some of them yesterday coming out strongly defending Kawira Mwangaza.
No.
Some of them were saying even, okay, you dissolve this count and you come back to election, we elect the same governor. We elect Kawira Mwangaza. Meaning they have confidence with what he's doing on the ground. Yeah.
And we are seeing the same thing happening in Kisii, of course, with Simba Arati. He is actually a performing governor, even aside from
fourth ranked. He's the fourth ranked best.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've seen what is currently happening, of course, in Kisii with some of the MCAs, as well as some of the leaders coming out to support the kind of work that the governor does, number one, as well as people, they've mentioned the issue of going back to the ballot, ikiwezekana, because of other entities that are trying to bring down or show that the governor is not working, And you saw, for example, or you've had Silvana Sosoro's response to
what happened.
Yes, to what happened. Yeah. What do you make of that?
Let me tell you. I can say Silvana Sosoro is an hypocrite. What is telling out the public is completely irrelevant with what they are doing now in Kisii. Osoro is used and directly from the president because of what happened during the campaigns. And I think this is why we have said, if we want to build this country, we must forget what happened at the past and start building our country. Arati is one of the best performing governors. Arati, let me tell you, is very competent. You know, if the people goes back to Kisii, I don't know whether you are aware what happened. Maybe people were rioting. People were went maandamano. Yeah, but Arati stopped them. Let us wait. You know, my sister, what we are saying, we can't target governors who are working for the people for the sake of our own service gains, political gains, for the sake of our own interest. You know, you have seen MCS, even those ones who are elected in Uta ticket are supporting the governor. Yeah. They are saying the governor should be left alone to work for the people of Kisii. They don't see any problem with the governor. They are not seeing any problem with the governor. How comes Osoro, who is not in Kisii town, maybe has seen some more, ameona shida kati ya governor. You see? So it simply means Osoro is used by the president or Uta kuhujumu Governor Arati. Yeah.
And of course, we know on Ask Siasa, it's all about your opinion. Those are Mr. Henry Nyamwe's opinions. What is your opinion on the matters of discussion that we've had right here on Ask Siasa? What is your take on number one, what is currently happening in Kisii County, as well as the ranking of governors as the best performing governors? Kawira Mwangaza, of course, and Simba Arati, who have been trending, being part of the best performing, yani top 10 best performing governors in the country currently, as well as why was or where was the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua during the banquet or during the State House banquet that Raila Amolo Odinga was present in, as well as in the same room the king, as well as the current president, that is William Samoei Ruto. Now, of course, Ask Siasa, all about your opinion, and we're going to see you in the next Ask Siasa. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Kwaheri.